We always focused on fan entertainment, right? That was the whole background of it. We want the non-baseball fan to come out to the ballpark, enjoy good beer, good food, good entertainment, right? Socialize, hang out, have fun. And then it turned into, well, how can we be even better? So I said, well, what if we install black lights in the stadium just for the fans? And then we play baseball on it. It'd be pretty cool. They can party, they can have some fun. Then you start doing R&D research and you realize there's no black lights large enough to do this. So we thought it was dead for a while.
So now you're in the light business too.
Absolutely, yeah. No.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the City Limitless podcast where we explore Mesa and beyond its city boundaries. I am so excited. Tonight we have the Cosmic Chili Peppers, but in partnership, City Limitless has had the opportunity to shoot in this beautiful neon garden that is located right here at the post on Main Street. I'm excited to sit down with founder of Cosmic Baseball, Chris Martin, and Cosmic Chili Peppers baseball player, Max Fries. Well, welcome, guys. I'm so excited to have you in Mesa. Chris, welcome. Max, welcome. How's it going?
Doing great. How are you?
Good. How's getting here? I mean, you guys are coming from the cold, and I laughed with you guys. I was like, bundle up. We're outside. It's cold, but it's probably like 65 degrees. And you guys are like, no, wait, this is awesome.
Oh, absolutely. Like my son's missing school tomorrow for snow. So, yeah. It's nice.
I mean, as we're all going to school tomorrow for sunshine.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, Chris, I want to start with you. I was doing a lot of research on this. This is a new concept that has come across our table, which is super exciting. I feel like sports is evolving to just entertainment in general. Like, it's not just grab your beer, grab a dog, and watch baseball for hours on end. Like, there's more that's going into it. And I want to get a little bit of background on you and how Cosmic Baseball all came to be.
Yeah, so our team, it was the Tri-City Chili Peppers, and it was a Coastal Plain League, and we always focused on fan entertainment, right? That was the whole background of it. We want the non-baseball fan to come out to the ballpark, enjoy good beer, good food, good entertainment, right? Socialize, hang out, have fun. And that's kind of where it started, was just constantly entertaining. And then it turned into, well, how can we be even better, right? We had these kids with light up sticks in the stadium. It was a sellout game. It was really cool. It was fun. But I also felt pretty fake on it, right? Because our lights are on, our stadium lights are on. So they're waving these sticks around and they're not really glowing.
Yeah.
Like right now we've got the neon lights behind us. It's glowing, right?
Yeah.
But if you have a bunch of white lights on, it's not going to glow.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt really fake. So I said, well, what if we install black lights in the stadium just for the fans? And then we play baseball on it. It'd be pretty cool. They can party. They can have some fun. But what we realized is natural white light will dominate black light. So what if you can turn off all the black lights and make it happen? So just kind of started from there. Then you start doing R&D research and you realize there's no black lights large enough to do this. So we thought it was dead for a while.
So now you're in the light business too.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I'm going to a show tomorrow for it. Absolutely. Yep.
Now, tell me about what kind of talent are you looking for when you're recruiting your players for the different teams?
Yeah, so multiple different guys, right? I mean, one, they've got to be able to play baseball, right, at a high level. We're always looking for the guys that have played professional baseball or played at a very high level of college ball. But guys that also get it, right? We don't want the player that wants to come out there and all he wants to do is be serious and not talk to fans and not engage. So we're looking for those type of players that love the game, love their fans first, right? They look at their fans like, this is a really big part of what we do, and they're going to take the time to do it. They can go up and they can go 0 for 3 on the day and still go and sign autographs after the game. That's really important to us. So we want to find that balancing act between the highest level of professional ball player you can find, but then also someone that's willing to entertain, hang out with the kids. Growing up, going to baseball games, you see a lot of times the pro interaction, there's this divide there. And what we like to do is we try to bridge that gap and make it where our players are always signing autographs, hanging out, and they want to. And that's one of the coolest things that we do.
I love that. What is maybe one of your favorite interview questions that you're asking the guys as they're coming onto the team?
So I don't interview as many of the players as I used to.
Yeah. Well, maybe back in the day.
Yeah. So I think the biggest piece that we always look for out of them is tell me a story, an experience that you've had in your past that you'll always remember. It's a lasting impact. And then tell me one that was a negative impact on your experience on the sport. And so by getting both of those questions, you kind of see a little bit of the emotional side of a player, but then you also get to see that part that why I love the game. And traditionally it's I went to a ballpark and I got Cal Ripken's autograph, right? Like that's the moment that sparked everything. So that's what we try to go to. We're hey, let's eliminate that moment that lost the joy and then let's try and like add those big moments, those highlight moments. So our players, Max will sit outside and he'll sign autographs for hours,
Oh
right?
my gosh.
And that's just what they do, and it's really, really cool.
But you're making a kid's day. And like the goal is like when they get older, they're gonna be like, Max Fries signed my freaking ball.
Yeah,
Like,
it's one of my favorite parts of the job, like being able to give back. Like I remember going to Reds games and trying to get autographs from guys, and I know we're playing baseball under the black lights, but these kids look at us like we're big leaguers, and it's just such a blessing to do that. Like I could probably get more joy from handing out autographs than these kids probably get from getting them from me.
but
So
you're making those lasting memories
100%.
and the impact that those kids have, like an athlete signing something of theirs, like that is going to set them up for success in the future, which is amazing. Tell me about some of the obstacles that you guys have had with cosmic baseball, with the neon lights, doing stuff at night. That's not an easy thing to control.
No, I think the hardest piece is it's never been done before, right? So where it started was, hey, I want to install black lights onto the baseball field. And I met with a lighting manufacturer. And I said, hey, is this something that's possible? Can we install black lights on the field? What does it look like? How much does it cost? We're just a Coastal Plain League team. It's not like we have high revenue. And so he came back and said, Chris, man, you can install 300 black lights on this field. It still won't work. And it's just because the black lights aren't meant to have that much spread and be strong enough to reach the distance that we need. They're 90, 100 feet up on a lift or on the light pole. And so that was the first obstacle. So they spent 6 months of R&D designing the light itself. They built the light for us. I sit it outside. I mean, legitimately, I'm taking spray painting the ball all the way around. I've got one massive light that like I set up on like a dugout, and I just start throwing it up in the air, and I'm by myself because I didn't want this to like fail.
Sure.
And then everyone looks at me like I'm,
Like
a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Which is fair if you want to call me that. And so I'm throwing it up. I'm like, okay, like I know I played college ball, but I'm old, and
Stop it.
so it's like, all right, so I think I can do this, and if I can do this, then Max can do this. And so I start testing it out. We start going with it. I said, okay, let's install 18 of these into our stadium. Let's run from there. So we come out there. I mean, it took forever because they're all custom built. So they come out, we install it, we get it out on the field. And our first day of testing, we're just literally walking around. You got to see dead spots, right? And you're trying to find these dead spots all around the field. So you want every little section of the stadium to be well lit and have backlit. Like the ball goes up in there, it needs to make sure it's underneath as well as on the side. So you have to like 360 the ball in black light. So we started with 18. Now we're on the road. We have 100 black lights for every game.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah,
that's a jump.
It's a big jump. Well, it was like we noted if you were with us that first year, it was way harder to see the ball than it is now.
Oh, I've seen some of the videos and I'm like, oh, I know my vision's not 20/20. Like, I can't imagine 20/20 vision and something kind of neon coming at you. And you're like, hit the ball, maybe, right? But you're overcoming those. And it's kind of funny because you're like, maybe people think I'm crazy, but I don't think any good ideas came from like a sane person,
That's
right?
Yeah, that's right. That's what I keep telling myself anyway. Yeah.
I'll tell you that too.
Yeah,
Don't
thanks.
worry. Max, I want to talk about you a little bit. You are first baseman for the Chili Peppers. Tell me about yourself and how you got involved in the organization.
So my story kind of goes back to me playing at a small Division III school called Earlham College. And I kind of thought when I was there, my career was kind of coming maybe to an end. I was in my sophomore, junior year, and I was like, I love the game of baseball. I want to see this past college, whatever that looks like. And I thought of myself as a good baseball player, but, I wasn't Bryce Harper. I wasn't Aaron Judge. I didn't go to LSU. I didn't go to Tennessee, but I think I was still a good baseball player. So I actually started using content in the form of TikTok and Instagram as kind of like an outlet to kind of showcase, my game, motivate kids, kind of give coaching drills and all that stuff. And within the first week, I had a video hit like 500,000 views. And I was
back it up.
Yeah.
What was the video? What did you do?
It was for mental health's important to me. So it was about Men's Mental Health Month. And I kind of just did a little overvoice and stuff like that. And it just took off. I'm like, maybe there's some traction here. I've always been a person who loves to be outgoing and talk to people. And I just kind of felt like it was just a good outlet for me to just kind of be myself. And once that kind of took off, I just didn't look back. I started with 10,000 followers on Instagram within a couple months. And then that grew to me having around 200,000 on TikTok today and 100,000 on Instagram. And then when I graduated from Earlham, I played 5 years there actually because my freshman year was COVID. And so
no.
I actually got 2 degrees from Earlham and my master's. So my dad likes to joke that I'm the most educated glow-in-the-dark baseball player probably of all time.
Quite the title.
Yeah, it's not a bad title to have, but I might not act like it sometimes, but it feels like it.
Hey, we're not judging you. I
Absolutely.
promise.
But and then from there, I actually got an email from Jason Dean, who's in charge of recruiting our players, and I was like, I knew what Cosmic was. I'm a big baseball fan. And I'm like, this sounds awesome. So kept in contact with Jason over those few months, and then I signed on probably in December of that year of 2024. Yeah.
Wow. Now take it back. As somebody who I understand high level baseball, but then I also understand like the farm leagues and AAA and single A and double A, and I'm probably having them all disordered. What is the Plain League?
The Coastal Plain League?
Coastal Plain League.
Yeah, so the Coastal Plain League is current college players. So previously, the Tri-City Chili Peppers was just current college players. So Coastal Plain League, you'll have guys that play all over the country. They fly and they play for the summer for 2 months, and then they go back home. So that's where it kind of started. And just trying to get reps and go back to college and have success.
Gotcha. Yeah, sorry. I'm just kind of like, oh man, I'm so far outside removed of what all the intricacies of baseball are. Because I mean, you have the talent spread among so many different leagues and all the different teams.
Yeah. And Coastal Plain League, just think of it as just guys getting constant reps, right? Like the Cape Cod League's an example of the same style. Those are like your best college players in the country. Our guys are really good. You'll get UVA, you get, Power Five guys coming through and playing all the time.
Sure. Now, Max, I want to take it back to right now. You said mental health is important to you, and you are currently doing a fun little series on Instagram, I think TikTok as well, of 30 things that you didn't know that you needed to know playing baseball. And
Yeah.
I was wondering, could you give us a maybe sneak peek into what a 31st thing could be?
Ooh, a 31st thing would be kind of just what my biggest advice to anybody would be, and that would be to chase after whatever you want with all you got. I truly believe that God has a plan for each and every single one of us, and if you chase after that with reckless abandonment and just trust in Him, trust in yourself, and just passion for what you do, whether that's the game of baseball, whether that's a different career path, maybe it's something down the line that you don't know that's there yet, but that's what I learned is that I love the game of baseball, but if you would have told me when I was 16 I'd be playing glow-in-the-dark baseball, I'd be like, what the heck's that, right? I just knew that this game was something I was passionate about, something that brought me a lot of joy, and something that I loved giving back. So I always loved coaching, working with kids, and so I just chased after that, and God's blessed me the opportunity to do what I do now, and if you would have told me that when I was 15, 16 years old, I would have never believed it.
I love that. Keep chasing those dreams. I remember playing sports growing up. In the back of our workout t-shirts always said dream big. So there's a reason why those cheesy little catch lines stay with us throughout our whole working career, adult career, later in life. You know what I mean? On that heartfelt note, Chris, I want to know if you could tell any of the youth what's one piece of advice that you would give them?
Yeah, I think it would be very similar on that, right? At the end of the day, there's no limitations on things that we can and can't do. So when you go out and you just try it, and then if you make a mistake, you learn from it. If that's in sports, if that's in life, if that's whatever it might be, if you learn from it, you never fail, right? Kobe Bryant was my favorite basketball player of all time, and he says that there's no such thing as failure. And it was always funny, like hearing him talk about it. He did multiple interviews about this, and everybody would challenge, well, if you didn't win a title, would you consider that failure? He goes, no, I'd go back, I'd continue to train, I'd get better, I'd learn from it, I'd constantly learn from those moments. As long as I'm learning from it, I'm never failing. That would be my biggest advice to anybody that wants to be an entrepreneur one day, or if they want to play sports, or if they want to, be in news or whatever they want to do in life, just know that those small moments where, hey, I made a mistake, whatever it may be, learn from it and move on and grow. I mean, that's what we do every day in Blacklight. It's never existed. So you're constantly doing stuff and you're going like, yeah, that was a bad move, like we should not have done that. But hey, we won't do it next time.
Sure.
And we'll learn from it.
Yeah. So I'm so excited. You guys are in Mesa. You're coming back to Mesa in May for your first ever game out here. I want to know why. Why did you choose Arizona?
Yeah, I mean, we want to look into spring training ballparks. Obviously, Florida was an option. Arizona was an option. Came out here, visited Mesa, went to Sloan Park, met with Justin and his team. And, it had good vibes to it, right? The crowd that night we were out here, it was actually one of their record-breaking nights. And it was insane how many people were out. Energy was great. Also, they've had entertainment baseball. They had the Bananas here before. So we knew that they knew how to control the crowd. We do a lot of very similar things with the block party, right? And so we knew that mindset and that design would be similar to what we do. Their fans are used to entertainment sports. So there's a lot of positives on why we should come here. But at the end of the day, we look for relationships, we look for stadium, we look for, location, hotels, all of that fun stuff.
And I know we're excited to have you guys. We love some good entertainment ball in Mesa. We got lots of families, lots of kids that I know are super excited to come out and check you guys out. But with that being said, what can fans expect? You mentioned something about the block party ahead of time, but give us a little bit of a sneak peek into the insides of what a fan can expect when they go to your guys' game.
Yeah, so I'll start with the block party, right? So the biggest piece is like when you come out to the ballpark, as soon as you get out, the first thing you have to have is you've got to have something reactive, right? This is not like a pitch to go buy our merch. You could go get
But maybe
anything
it
you
is.
want. Maybe it is.
Yeah.
But all of our stuff that we have is all UV reactive, right? If you think glow in the dark, it's not necessarily always going to work. It's got to be UV reactive. So that's like one small piece. But if you come out there, block party, you have a ton of merchandise. We have performers that go out there. They'll play music, juggle, stilt walkers. Like last year we had an aerialist. We do a bunch of competitions. Like we threw marshmallows to see how far. Or no, was it grapes?
Marshmallows and then grapes. Grapes can go further. Our boys found that out. So they were pushing the limits of it.
They
So.
probably threw a grape like 300 feet. Like it
What?
was insane because we were elevated.
It was pretty impressive.
Okay, sign
I'll
me
be
up for the
honest.
grape throwing
I was gonna
competition.
say.
I'm here for that.
Exactly.
So like you'll have a lot of fun stuff at the block party, right? And that happens early. It's about an hour and a half before gates open. As soon as gates open up, we'll do an hour of day game, right? And so that's one of the things that some people are like, hold on, you play in the day? Well, yeah, you play a day game portion of it. It's still entertaining. It's still really good baseball. Super high energy. You'll see some of the cool stuff that we do that's untraditional. And then you're going to have a 30-minute intermission. During the intermission, it's your opportunity, grab some food, hang out. We still entertain on the field. We're having some good times there. And then it's the countdown. And when the countdown goes, I mean, it is one of the chillest things you will ever experience. Yeah, I mean, it's just a whole crowd screaming, yelling. And then from there on out, it feels like a party for an hour. Then there happens to be a baseball game in front of you, and I stole that from Maxim earlier.
Oh, there it goes. There you go.
but yeah, so I mean, it is legitimately the coolest like family rave that you can think about. It's just really, really cool.
If you love a rave,
rave.
come out. Max, being a player, tell me about what it's like to be on the field with all the fans, with all the different added light elements. Like, that's not normal baseball. How is that for you?
It's unbelievable every time I step out in the field. I liken it to like a football entrance when we run out there.
Ooh.
And it goes cosmic. Like we're in the locker room, we're hyping each other
What's your
up,
hype
we're
song?
playing music. We did We Ready. We did We Ready for a while. And then our boy Corey Cubana wrote his own song, Paulo Polito, which is a Spanish song. That was a hype song for a little bit. So we bumped that. But literally, we're starting chants. Like, guys played football. That's what it feels like when you're getting ready. And just to be out there, I told Chris when I first signed on to do this, I was like, dude, I can't wait for that first moment when we're in Durham and it goes cosmic for the first time. And we have 15,000 people there just going bananas with us. And when that happened, it's one of those moments I'll remember for the rest of my life. And every time I go back on that field, I feel that same thing, where it's like, this is the coolest thing I've ever been a part of, with everybody illuminated, like looking at I catch myself looking at myself sometimes. I played 20 games doing it, right? Like, it's unbelievable every time. And it's just one of those things where you have to be there to see it.
Yeah.
It's got to be in person. Like, pictures and videos are awesome.
I was going to say, the videos are sick,
videos
but
are
like,
crazy.
I know going to the event, like, it's just going to be 10 times more epic.
And if you think that's cool, it just doesn't do it justice. It's just one of those things that I think it's great for families. People of all ages love it. Like, I had some buddies from college come out to Toledo, and they're like, dude, that rocked. And they're 23, 24 years old, And then you got kids from 8, 9 years old that come and have a great time, too. And I think that's what's awesome about what we do, is we're able to kind of bridge that gap between player and fan and give a fun experience. So I quote Chris Stoll, which you didn't say right, was it's not a baseball game. It's more of a baseball game that breaks out at a party than a party that breaks out at a baseball game.
Ooh, there you go. Coin
If you like parties and you kind of like baseball, you'll still love
There
Cosmic.
you go. I love it. Now tell me about something that's been a challenge for you and how you've worked to overcome that and still be giving your 110% every time on the field.
Well, hitting a baseball is hard enough. So hitting a baseball in the dark is definitely a challenge. But it's just like anything. I feel like we kind of hit the ground running with it. We went out to spring training about 3 to 4 weeks before we kind of started actually playing our spring training games, and using that time to really just go back to your baseball cliches, right? Like, get your reps, see it fly balls under the black lights, see some batting practice with it, face some live pitching doing it. And I think the biggest adjustment, I would say, was the depth perception of it. Like, honestly, the speed would just be a little bit quicker, but once you timed it up, it felt fine. And it's kind of like one of those things, I've been playing baseball for long enough that you kind of feel like you're riding a bike at that point. Definitely a lot easier said than done. Actually, I keep a quote board of my favorite things kids have told me. And I'm in the on-deck circle going to hit, and this kid's like, is it hard to, like, hit under the black lights? And I'm like, I mean, it's tough, but hitting's hard in general. I'm like, but you got to get used to it. It's not that bad. He's like, oh, well, you're making it look really hard.
No shame.
And I
no
was like,
shame.
this is the best part of the job right here. So I keep a quote board. I write that down, and that kid will stick
Read
with
that
me
to
for a while.
yourself every game.
Absolutely. So that was awesome.
Well, how do you practice? I mean, normal sports, you're practicing in daylight under fluorescent lights or daylight. Do you guys practice at night?
Yeah. So when we did spring training, I mean, you get to late till it gets completely dark. So we'd show up maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock when the sun's kind of going down, stretch out, and then turn the lights on. And by the time it's 10:30, we're getting in the car, and the only thing open is cookout. So we're getting that, going back home, and sleeping in until 11 and doing it the next day. And it's the best.
I love it. Well, just to wrap up, we are a destination here in Mesa. Spring training, baseball, we love it. I need to know from each of you, what are your top 3 travel items that you must have every time you travel?
That's a really tough question.
I mean, we can narrow it down to 1 or 2.
I travel a ton. Obviously, being in business, I'm always taking my backpack and my all of that stuff. I typically leave my wallet half the time, so I got to go back and get that. I would say a wallet would be important. A hat. Everywhere I go, I've got to rock a hat. And number 3, what would my number 3 be? I don't know. Usually I carry around a cosmic baseball, and if I see somebody or whatever, I'm like, hey, here you go, kid, and
Sure.
give them a ball, and it's pretty cool. It's unique. You don't see them very often.
Absolutely. I love that. Max?
I gotta have headphones, AirPods or something. Like, I'm listening to music all the time. I love it. I'm a reader a little bit. I bring my Bible with me a lot where I go, so I always tap into that. And then my third, I gotta have my Burt's Bees chapstick. Like,
Ooh,
that's
what
like
flavor?
it's like an OCD thing. It's like the peppermint kind and the yellow tube. It's got to be that one. Like, I'm a particular guy, and like, there's probably 2 in my bat bag. There's 2 in my backpack. There's probably a couple in my suitcase. So
Do you
like,
keep any in your pants on the field?
always,
I was gonna
yeah.
say.
You got to have pockets for them and all that stuff. So that's one thing I always have on me too.
We are super excited because we're partnering with you guys to give a family 4-pack away here when we are airing this episode. So anybody that is watching, please keep an eye out for that giveaway so you can check out Cosmic Baseball, the Chili Peppers, and the glow emojis. We are super excited, and I'm very thankful that you guys came out here today, hang out with me in the Neon Garden at the Post. It's been a great time, and we're excited to see you guys back here in May.
Thanks for having us.
Same here. Can't wait to see y'all again.
Thanks, guys. So what I'm excited about with shooting with the Cosmic Baseball team here today is being out at the Post in the Neon Garden. As you can see, there are these beautiful 6 different historic signs that used to live in our Main Street space between the 1940s and 1970s. We have been able to preserve their beauty and their uniqueness right here in Mesa. If you are interested in using this space for any of your events, please head over to the Mesa Convention Center /the Post and you can book your event now. All right, guys, that is a wrap. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year, and we will see you in the next year. Check us out on YouTube, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next year. Bye.
I need somewhere to escape to. Mesa, that's where I feel free. I'm on the way.